YouTube? It's your boy Trev. I want to start off this video with some shout outs. The channel is grown in the last few weeks beyond my expectations, okay? And there's a lot of people and there's a lot of communities to thank for that. We're up to 640 subscribers, which is amazing to me, okay? I'm really appreciative of every single one of you. But yeah, listen, the Terra Classic, the Luna Classic community, the Luffy token community, the real ship community, okay? These are videos I've been covering lately, been doing some interviews with some key people, and you, the community, apparently has appreciated that, and I appreciate you. My boy, Matt, Crypto Dream, that's my dude. He set up for me, got me set up with the right people to update the channel, okay? With the intro, with the outro, with the backsplash, all that stuff. He's just a solid dude. That's my boy. My boy Fire King, been True Blue, my partner, admin, all that stuff from the beginning. Appreciate everything that you do, okay? Gorgeous George, that's my dude. We've talked about him a few times, put me on to some really important things, and I appreciate you. But listen, my main man, the big dog, Matthew Perry, I wouldn't even have done this without you. I appreciate your continued support. Every time you even say my name, it's reflected in the channel. You hold a lot of weight, and it's because of your transparency, and people just like you. And there's a reason for it. If you don't know who Matthew Perry is, which I can't imagine anyone who's subscribed to me doesn't know who Matthew Perry is. But if you don't, go and check out his channel, and I'm going to link it. And you'll see why this dude is true blue, okay? I appreciate all of you. So, that said, yeah, 640 subscribers, and this is the video that I lose half of you. Let's get right to it. All right, where are we? How do we get there? Here we are. AMC. Entertainment. Ticker symbol AMC. What a day today, huh? Great day today. There's no doubting that. Started off at, what was the low? What was the open today? The open was 1697, okay? The low today was 1650 or 1658, a high of 2277. It just kept going up and up and up. Look at this chart. I mean, it's like almost $5 in a day. Started off down here, right? Started off, the volume wasn't sure what to do. Started pumping in eventually, though, right? Because there was some news that came out, and we're going to talk about that. So things started going up, okay? Then, listen, AMC has been so unreliable that when you get a little bit of a jump, people are like, oh crap, let me take some profits. And I think that's what happened all the way up today, but it just kept going up because of the volume. So it went up a little bit, maybe some profits were taken, might have been day traders, who knows what's happening, but the volume wouldn't stop. So look at this run, okay? Ran all the way up, and then probably, again, some profits being taken, but not enough to knock it back. So it just kept going, and then boom, ran up, okay? Now some big profits were taken on this candle, but look at the volume on these candles. I mean, huge volume, 4 million on this candle. Look at this one over here, almost 5 million on this candle. The volume for the day, 125.33 million is what it's looking like to me. Now, honestly, I haven't been following AMC lately because I haven't been following stock lately. All of my stuff has just been sitting there because I know that the market that we're in, I don't expect anything to go crazy, anything to happen. So I just let it sit there. I've been focusing on crypto, learning some different things and talking to some people, having a great time with that. And there have been some really good moves that are being made on that side. So that's where I've been. So I haven't paid attention to this. So I don't even know if 125 million, I'm going to assume that's really good volume for AMC. Because if I start scrolling back, I'm not seeing any huge volume days. What's this one? Well, I mean, this is the biggest candle that I see here in this day, and it was 1.6 million on that candle, right? But we're looking at 4 and 5 million candles here, right? Volume on the candles. This last candle during the day, this was a red candle, and it was a big volume candle, 3 million. And I think this was, listen, it's Friday. People said, I'm gonna dip out of this one real quick because I don't really think it's gonna do anything else. This is what some people said, and that was a big red candle. Some people took their profits right before the end of the day, and in after hours, we've pretty much been consolidated. This is a 5-minute 5-minute candle chart, okay, and we've been consolidating ever since. This, I don't use Webull to like hold anything. But I kind of like the charting. The thing that I don't like about it is that we go from 1 minute to 5 minute, which is fine. But then the next option is 30 minutes. Like, where's the 10-minute candles? Where's the 15-minute candles? Anyway. All right. So, again, undeniably, really good day. Now, if you have a good day like this, it isn't random. So what happened, right? Let's look at some of the news. AMC Entertainment jumps after report. Is the show just getting started? Okay. I know that there was an earnings report or jobs report or something like that came out, right? And the jobs report was a little better than expected. So that could have an effect on the market. But let's go into this little article, okay? AMC Entertainment jumps after report. Is the show just getting started? AMC Entertainment stock on Friday started 12% lower, but stupid things, is now positive by more than that. Here's how high it can go from there. AMC Entertainment shares started Friday. All right, we already talked about that. Broad equity market open lower following stronger than expected jobs report. Yep, from July. But the theater chain's earnings were the main culprit. All right, so this was part of the up and down because the earnings report wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. We ended up, I think, 20 cents per share below, where we wanted to be, I guess. And the revenue of 1.16 billion was essentially in line with expectations. So nothing huge there. But when you get a better earnings report than you hope for, that's usually good for a little bump. We didn't get the bump from the earnings report, but we did get a bump. And the company's special dividend stole the headlines. Now here's the thing. Here's what happened. This ape coin, okay? I don't think people were sure what to make of it at first. AMC is coming out with a different coin. Kind of confused people a little bit, but then the news started coming out exactly what they wanted to do with this thing. And this is going to be a payout of one AMC preferred equity unit called APE units. So is this a 1-to-1? I got to read more of it. But anyway, if you own AMC stock, you're going to be getting a dividend paid out. I'm not sure what the time frame on this is, but they announced that, you'll be getting this dividend. It's another stock that they're calling APE shares, okay? And, maybe APE shares will do something for you. That's yet to see. But the news has people excited. Because, and I don't even think it's that they're getting another stock for free. I think because if they're going to do a dividend with this APE stock or whatever, that means they're going to have to do an official share count. Okay? And the idea of that has a lot of people excited. Because, remember, this whole MOAS, this whole mother of all short squeezes, or any squeeze at all, with AMC, hinges upon the fact that, well, not the fact, but hinges upon the assumption that there are millions and billions or trillions, who knows what the number is up to now, because every time I turn around, the number keeps inflating, of synthetic shares or fake shares that are being held and being shorted by hedge fund companies, okay? I'm not even sure. This is how long I haven't looked into this. I don't know what the short interest is. I don't know where the max pain is. I don't really know any of that. But anyway, yeah, that's the assumption. Okay. So now, if all of these synthetic shares exist, well, you would think that doing an official share count might bring some of that to light. Okay. Well, you start adding things up, and maybe it doesn't quite add up. So we've got some FOMO going on, because people are thinking, all right, well, if they're going to do this dividend, they're going to have to do a share count, and then all these synthetics are going to be revealed, and this thing's going to move. It's going to go crazy. Okay. That's the thought. Pretty sure that's what's going on right now. I really see no other reason. Let me finish reading this because it's not very long. AMC seeks to list the preferred shares on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol APE. The symbol is a nod to the retail investors who follow the stock and call themselves apes, right? Okay. The nod is appreciated. Listen, Adam Aaron doesn't always like to admit it, but the apes kind of saved AMC's ass. He says that it was saved before that and that the apes just added to it. There are some differences of opinion on that. So it was right to give them the nod. The rise in AMC stock could be giving a boost to video game retailer GameStop. So, and Bed Bath & Beyond, all these quote-unquote meme stocks that have kind of been tied together a lot. They really do move together. So anyway, this little boost in AMC might even be triggering a boost in the rest of these things. So here's a chart showing AMC jumping up and down like a roller coaster, as it does. AMC stock is putting together an impressive trading session. The shares gapped down to the 10-day moving average and immediately began to rally. Not only that, they also traded back up through the July high, awesome, keeping a monthly up rotation in play. Now, though, the shares face an important level. Okay, so here's the thing, right? And this actually ended up good for the end of the day. If AMC stock can close above 1975, which we did, right? They head above the 10-month moving average, channel resistance, and yesterday's high. If the stock can do that, AMC could potentially push up to the $22 level. I think we're there, right? To get there, it will also need to clear the 200-day moving average. If it can, the $22 level has the monthly VWAP measure and the 50% retracement. Above that opens the door toward 25. All good news. All good news. Okay? Let me tell you exactly why AMC did this today. I sold the last of my AMC last week. Many of you know that I have not been much of a proponent of this AMC squeeze, and I'm not going to go into all that now, okay? I don't believe that it's going to happen. I have very distinct reasons why. If you'd like to hear about that, you can watch some of my other videos or read my Medium articles, okay? But I don't see it happening, okay? So I sold, at one time I had almost 100 shares, like 90 some odd shares, pretty darn close to 100 shares. And it got to a point where I came to the conclusion that it's not going to squeeze. If it does squeeze, it'll squeeze. There's not going to be any MOAS. That's just my opinion, right? I hope I'm wrong. Listen, it's not like I don't want everybody to make money. I would love for everybody to make money, okay? It's just my opinion. So I started selling off shares. And, yeah, the last of my shares I sold last week. I have no AMC shares left. And as soon as I do that, get a week like this, right? Kick me right in my ass. Karma, maybe, hopefully for you guys, that's what it is. So anyway, let me go over here for a second. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Where do I want to go? All right, let's go back to AMC. Let's go to the chart. Beautiful day, no doubt. But let's zoom out a little bit, right? When in doubt, zoom out. Is that what they say? Let me see if I can do this a little easier. It's been a while since I've even used these charts. We'll go to the year to date. And those are on day candles. So let me zoom back even more. And you see this yellow line that I had put in here, and that goes back to that run up to 70, whatever, $72, right? Previous to that, $1.91, zoom, took off, right? We thought that was it. We thought it was on its way to the moon, whether it was the short squeeze or a gamma squeeze that was happening. That's what we thought. So I watched it continually just go down and down and down and down and down. Okay? And I drew this line in because agree with me or don't agree with me, it's fine. You can't disagree with this line. Okay? It continued to go down and down and down. And see the end of this line? That's about where I stopped even paying attention to AMC anymore. Now, here's the good thing for all of you who are still holding. Okay? Let me move this around a little bit. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. If I were to continue this line on its trajectory, right? Put it back where it was. Start to see that divergence, okay? It's moving away from that downward trend, finally, all right? And I wouldn't say taking off up yet. These are 1 day, so this is today, right? But it's been in this, if you look at the day, it's been in this consolidation, some higher highs, some higher lows, still moving up. And over the past week, it's really been kind of taking off. Now, what can happen here? Well, again, I don't know where max pain is. I don't know what the short interest is. Can we get into a situation where, some call options, enough of them are finishing in the money to maybe push off a little gamma squeeze? Okay. Can that happen? Maybe that can happen. Sure, that can happen. Can a gamma squeeze lead to a short squeeze? Yeah, that can happen. Okay. But the problem I have with it is that what is this? So we're back. It came up to a high here of 34.33. This was back in March. Okay. So look at this run up that we had here in March. Excuse me, March 28th, the end of March. Look at that big green candle. If you look at the line, it's way higher than we are right now. Look at this whole run that started March 15th about and went through to March 28th. It's a more impressive run than what we got going on right now. But then look what happened. Okay? Came back down. So as exciting as this is, time's going to tell what's going to happen. I do like the fact that it is moving away from this trend line that I drew in. I like that, okay? And consolidating. Maybe if we were in a different market, this thing would be really moving away from that line. That's absolutely possible, okay? But I'm interested again in seeing what's going on with AMC because of that divergence, because of that moving away like that, okay? I'm curious to see what happens. Now, something that I want to point out, talking about this, the share count that's going to have to happen, okay, if they do this dividend thing. And I think they've decided they're doing the dividend thing. I'm not sure, they're going to get it listed. There's a bunch of things I'm sure that have to happen first. Maybe within the next month or two, we'll see this dividend thing happen, okay? And in order to do that, you got to do the share count. I think a lot of people have either a very short memory or a very selective memory. And here's the reason I say that. Let me go to it. See if I can find it. What do I do with it? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. This is the tweet from Madam Aaron back on June 15th. Inbound tweets ask over and over for a share count. AMC has done a share count 6 times in the past year. It wasn't an official one. It wasn't one that they registered, but they themselves did internal share counts 6 times. We know of 516.8 million AMC shares. Some of you believe the count is much higher. As I've said before, And he said this before. This is the second time he's letting everyone know this. As I've said before, we've seen no reliable info on so-called synthetic or fake shares. After that tweet came out, confirmation bias kicked in overdrive. Okay? Everyone analyzed this tweet like crazy and twisted it and turned it and made it into exactly what you wanted it to be. Because word for word, if you took this word for word, there's nothing positive here. There's nothing here that speaks to this MOAS or this short squeeze that everyone's waiting for. So you had to dissect it and turn it around. And what he really meant was this. And he couldn't say this because of this, that, and the other thing, okay? Listen, maybe all that's true. Maybe it's all true. But with this dividend, if they have to do a share count, what makes anyone think it's going to be any different than the 6 share counts they already did this year? Is it a different kind of share count? No, it's still a share count. The only thing that's different is that they actually register it. It's official, okay? But they've already done it 6 times. They could not find any of these synthetic shares. Why do you think they're going to find them now? Why do you think that this share count is all of a sudden going to reveal all these synthetic shares and AMC is going to go to the moon? There's really no reason to believe that other than it's what you want to believe, which is what's been happening from the beginning, right? And which is why I've sold all of my AMC shares, because I take these words for what they mean. Everything that's happened, I take for what it's happened as. Some decent news comes out, and confirmation bias blows it out of proportion. This is it. We're going to the moon, right? We ain't gone to the moon yet. Matter of fact, if you looked at the chart, it's continued to go down. Moving up now, I'll give you that. I hope it keeps going, right? But there's been no reason to believe that this thing is going to squeeze. And even if there are however many synthetic shares out there, even with the SEC investigations, even with all the apes hodling and the diamond hands and the interviews and even with all this stuff going on, these companies have been able to hide these from you, if they exist at all, right? Let's assume they do, which obviously many of you do, right? So let's go with that, okay? They've been able to hide them all this time. They're not even afraid. They're not even trying to get rid of them, okay? Because the chart has kept going down, 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 right? The only thing that could happen here is, like I said, maybe we could get into a gamma squeeze, which could lead into a little squeeze, and that'll be awesome for you. That'll be awesome for you. I'll love doing that video, okay? But a short squeeze, because all of a sudden we uncover all these millions and billions or whatever of synthetic shares, we haven't uncovered them yet. They haven't uncovered them with 6 share counts. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Right? I honestly wish I had something better to tell you, but I've said it over and over again. What you're going to get on this channel is my honest opinion. This is my honest opinion. I just don't see it, okay? I hope that I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it keeps going up, okay? I hope Monday comes and this thing takes off again, and then we get into this gamma squeeze situation, okay? I really do. But, yeah, my prediction is that we see this again, okay? The hype will happen, might shoot up a little bit, then reality kind of kicks in, people start taking profits, nothing really starts happening. These ape shares, who knows what's going to happen with them, and I anticipate that we continue coming down this way. I hope not. I hope it takes off. I really do. All right, I'm not even going to ask you to hit the like button or the subscribe button. Matter of fact, half of you are probably gone by now. And that's fine. If that's the case, that's the case, okay? Look, the RSI looks awesome. I'll give you that. It's smoking. It looks really good. Look at the Amc Did taking off, okay? Looks really, really good. Why couldn't this have happened on Monday or Tuesday and we had the whole rest of the week to see what happened? Now we got to consolidate over the weekend and see what happens next week, okay? All right, guys, listen. That's it for me for this one. I I got my fingers crossed. I really do. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.